everybody, welcome back to the Scentitar Fragrance channel. Thank you so much for being here today. My name is Benjamin and I review fragrances, colognes, perfumes, and all things scent related. So thank you so much for being here today. It's another fantastic summer day. The heat is definitely picking up. It's getting real toasty out here, so we got to bring out another banging summer fragrance. No doubt about it. We're going to have you smelling fantastic. So let's jump into this fragrance. First, we'll mention the presentation real quick, and then we'll talk about the smell and the composition, then the projection longevity, then the complement factor, and lastly the price. So first off, the presentation real quick. No doubt about it, Bvlgari is a unique style. They have a unique presentation. This is kind of like disc that's kind of this moon shape or this cake shape, and you have to lay it flat. Some people really dislike that. They could kind of cut it out flat at the bottom so it could stand up, but really interesting presentation that you spray it from the side here, and the sprayer is solid, no doubt about that. The box here for a designer fragrance, this is above average presentation. The box is more sturdy, it's a stronger material, and it's real classy and shiny. Just a classy kind of presentation. Can't say anything bad about it. But let's talk about the smell and composition, what you're here for. So this fragrance is probably very different from any other fragrance you've ever smelled. You cannot just chalk this up to an average aquatic, just a lemon and a sea salt kind of vibe. This has so much more going on in it. So let's talk about it. This fragrance has definitely some green nature to it. It has some sage, it has some seaweed. This fragrance, though, one of the things that makes it stand out so much is it doesn't smell just like an average cologne smell. Bvlgari fragrances, especially their Aqva line, smells very authentic. Even, dare I say, almost niche quality kind of smelling. So if you want something that smells very authentic, smells something just like the beach, is going to bring you to that beach with that seaweed, with that salt water, with that salt in the breeze, this is going to do it for you. It's amazing. So there's more complexity here going on. There's a little bit of an orange vibe going off in the beginning. Not very much. It's kind of well balanced. It kind of dries down kind of quickly. But one of the interesting things with this fragrance is that it's an aquatic, but it does have a little bit of this very light woody nature as it dries down. It's very well done. It's balanced with a little bit of amber. It's hard to do amber right in a fragrance. For me, that's a note that can really make or break a fragrance. And they did a great job. It helps this fragrance have a base and balanced. It's light and airy enough without being too heavy, and it still feels balanced. I love that. One of the key things in this fragrance that doesn't get talked about very much is a cotton note. Now, just like Versace's Dylan Blue that has papyrus, cotton can give a fragrance a little bit of a fuzzy feel. Dare I say a fuzzy feel without being animalic in any way. It just helps this fragrance have almost this softness to it. It doesn't smell like a fabric softener. You're not going into Mont Blanc individual territory here, but it's a fantastic fragrance, and it does smell almost like fresh cotton out of your dryer. If you're familiar with that, like dryer sheets almost, in the best possible way. It has a little bit of that vibe going on. So a slight touch of soapiness, a very slight touch of extra unique freshness in this fragrance. And it's kind of needed because this fragrance could go into deep green territory real fast, but it never goes there. So with the projection longevity, this is another interesting fragrance. It's kind of different, but we definitely got to talk about it. So the guys and gals, this fragrance, it's really hard to say, but it seems 4 hours, which is not good at all. But this fragrance lingers on. It has a power behind it, just like eccentric molecules and some of those other fragrances. And you might think that this fragrance disappears after 10 minutes. You might think that this fragrance has very poor performance. But this is a fragrance that has to be worn in the high heat. If you don't wear it in the high heat, it's going to last a good amount of time, but it's never really going to be noticeable. The salt's never going to sparkle, and the fragrance really isn't going to have any of that sharpness or the uniqueness of your skin. There's just some kind of fragrance DNAs that do this. John Varvatos, a lot of them are that way, especially vintage. I love that fragrance, and it is the same way. So definitely this fragrance does have performance. It's just a little bit on the unique side of things. So if you wanted to get away in the office and have, this fragrance doesn't smell professional. It does, but it doesn't smell too laid back. It doesn't smell boozy. It doesn't smell like a coconut or a pina colada. If you wanted to get away in everyday situations, maybe at the office, maybe at work, and you wanted to smell aquatic in a very good way, in a unique way, dare I say a higher quality way, this is really going to do the job. So fantastic for that kind of thing. Again, it performs in a very unique way. Test it out in the high heat and let me know what you think about it. So with the compliment factor, this one was different. Again, you have to catch it in the high heat. You have to wear it, 85, 90 degrees Fahrenheit plus. So a lot of the times, in the high heat, I was getting really good compliments or really positive attention. I've walked past a gal one time and it was a head turner. She broke her jaw. I don't know how you say it in your country or where you're around, but she definitely smelled the fragrance and definitely, turned the head. So fantastic fragrance. It can get you amazing attention. I guarantee that. And I was only wearing 3 or 4 sprays. Some of you guys who overspray, this fragrance actually could get you really positive attention. So overall, this fragrance has good compliment factor, maybe not excellent, and you do have to wear it for the specific high heat situations, but no doubt about it that this fragrance has uniqueness, it has quality, and people really do like aquatic DNAs a lot of time. It's very hard to go wrong with an aquatic fragrance. So with the price, if you pay full retail, this is about an $80 fragrance. If you get it from discounters, it's usually around the $40 mark. So this isn't a cheapie per se, but it definitely is a goodie. You're going to get your money's worth, especially if you get it from the gray market. This is a fantastic fragrance. Again, I like to say that this fragrance started it all. If you've heard about Aqva Amara and you've heard about how good this fragrance is, this is the first fragrance. All the other ones are flankers. And this one started it all and sold so well that they decided to make flankers. And that's saying something really good and really positive about this fragrance. That it did so well that people liked the fragrance and the DNA and what they were doing, that they decided to make more fragrances. So I encourage y'all to get out there and smell the original. If you want something that's even a little bit more on the versatile side, even more versatile, but it's a little bit more green, so maybe it's a little bit more mature, check out the marine version. Check that one out. This one's a little bit more sea salty. It's a little bit more of a deep blue. It's a little bit more complex, and it definitely is more on the salty side. I definitely enjoy that. I tested out both and tested them extensively, and I decided to go for the original, and I love this fragrance. So let me know what you think about this fragrance, if you've worn it, if you've tested it. I definitely put my seal of approval on this fragrance, and even though it has a unique performance and it doesn't perform the best perhaps, this fragrance is fantastic, and I definitely give this fragrance an 8 out of 10. Solid fragrance, a good fragrance, has the stamp of approval. So let me know again what you think about this. If you are new to the fragrance game, if you don't have a bunch of aquatics, or if you're looking for a gift, this one is going to blow you out of the water if you're not familiar with niche fragrances. This fragrance smells fantastic, the quality, it smells like it has fantastic quality. It smells like it could be a $200 fragrance. So check this one out. It's a fantastic juice, no doubt about it. Let me know what you think about it in the comment section below. Let me know what your scent of the day is. Let me know what you'll be rocking this summer. Look forward to more summer fragrances and a new summer fragrance list coming up. Definitely going to be rocking that and helping y'all smell fantastic this summer. So thank y'all so much for stopping by. Thank you for supporting me in this channel. You make this channel a success, of course. And before we go, I do have to say, wear what you love. And in closing thoughts, shout out to the Fragrance Runner. Amazing video there, amazing. I was shunned, I was shocked. I couldn't believe that I got a rap, and that was surprising. I'll link that in the description below in the comment section. So I'll see y'all next time. This has been the Scentitar Fragrance Channel. Until next time, my friends, wear what you love, and I'll see ya, and bye.
Bye.